Boy, in Collinsville, they don't have to look hard to find the flooding tonight. It's right along Highway 20, 146th Street. Cherry Creek's up.
Yeah, and that's where Fox 23's Kaylee Doherty continues our live team coverage. Kaylee.
We are in the middle of a downpour right now, and it's really kind of a cold wind coming through, which is not helping the situation here. Take a look, this road, we're at Memorial now. Earlier we were on 146th Street North, and you can see it's completely flooded out. This Honda that's here there was a woman that we saw earlier rescued by the fire department after her car stalled out on the roadway here. There's a bridge a little bit further down the road, and I'm told that Cherry Creek runs through this area, which has contributed to this flooding. There's a home next to us as well, and I saw it looked like the TV light on there that people are home inside there, but their driveway is completely flooded out, so they're not able to leave their home right now. And people in this area tell me that this is not normal. They have not seen flooding like this in this area. And we kind of just stumbled upon it. We were actually trying to make our way to Collinsville, more into town, where we heard there's a lot of road closures. But we just stumbled upon this and couldn't even get through. So it's really important to know that when you're driving out in this, the officials, their primary focus right now is making sure that people like the woman that we saw who stalled out here are safe. They're working on those water rescues, so they haven't had time to go back to flooded areas like this and put up barricades warning people about it. So we've seen people just drive up to this, not realizing it was here, and then realizing that they cannot get through. So it's pretty dangerous. We're definitely not going to drive through this ourselves. We're going to have to find a different way out of here. But this is a situation that we'll definitely continue to monitor for you. Reporting live, covering news that matters, I'm Kaylee Doherty, Fox 23 News.
Well, the rain has really picked up there in Collinsville since Kaylee's last report, maybe 15 minutes ago. It's coming down, and you got to watch the lightning. It's bolt after bolt right now.
Right, and the Fox 23 severe weather team, they've been warning us about this storm. So they said Monday was going to be the most dangerous, most severe, and they were not kidding. Let's get right back to Chief Meteorologist James Zadalot, where that threat still lingers for several hours. Well, I can't even say tonight now, James, because it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, we're just rolling on, tracking these bands of heavy rain. I was just looking at some radar products showing how much additional rain was likely to fall out of this band of showers and thunderstorms moving across the city right now. We're looking at probably 3/4 of an inch to an inch additional rain. Thankfully, this is moving along pretty quickly right now, so it's not going to pile in multiple inches of additional rain, but you can see light to moderate rain stacked up all the way back west, in fact, all the way back to I-35. The good news is once we get out of the yellow parts of this rain, the overall intensity is going to come down significantly. It's going to come down at least at a rate there. It's not going to lead to additional flooding issues. We'll just have be able to catch up with drainage. As we look further to the south, though, we continue to see at least some showers and thunderstorms developing all the way back down to Chandler. This moving to the east, we can put this into motion, and you can see kind of continuing to roll to the east right now, maybe a little bit of northeast development. Now, what our problem is further into southwest Oklahoma. We've got more showers and thunderstorms here from west of Oklahoma City, kind of all the way down to Lawton. In fact, this actually extends well deep all the way into Texas right now. And as this continues to sweep toward the east, we will continue with at least a severe weather threat as we head overnight tonight. 1 or 2 spin-up tornadoes also a threat, a hazard that we'll deal with probably well into the morning hours. That may be a little bit of a higher risk from Tulsa to the south than Tulsa to the north. So we'll continue to track that eventuality too. Right now, no tornado warnings in effect in Oklahoma, but we still have the tornado watch in effect. The atmosphere is still fairly unstable and still fairly conducive to rotating storms and any kind of spin-ups along the leading edge of these lines of thunderstorms as they move in. So we are going to continue to watch these thunderstorms as they roll our way, and it looks like more showers and storms will likely continue all the way to daybreak, maybe even past that as we head into early morning on Tuesday. Clay and Shay?
All right. So we saw a big storm really develop and take shape in Cherokee County, in the community of Peggs. That's where we saw, it was Laura Mock that saw that really form, and then it went about 30 miles to the northeast to Leech in Delaware County.
Right, that defined hook that was on radar. And now we have Fox 23's Tiffany Alaniz there live with our very first look at the community. Tiffany.
Guys, I'm going to talk to you quickly because there is another storm cell developing, but I want to clear some things up. Obviously, our chief meteorologist, James Adelot, Laura, and Brad were tracking that large-scale tornado. Here's what I want to clear up for you tonight. The town is not destroyed. We have driven through a large section of the town, a lot of buildings still standing. That includes the school. This is a large school that you can see still standing right now. A lot of people were messaging me as we were driving here, extremely worried. Rightfully so, about their family members. So I do want to clear some things up. However, I just did talk with firefighters, and they are still doing their checks. Part of what is hampering that effort right now, we can show you behind you, Michael, we can show them to see, is that a lot of roads are impassable. As we've been talking about that flash flooding, a lot of roads impassable right now. The fire department telling me that this is one example of a road that they're going to be closing off because they themselves couldn't get farther down that road. So while it's not safe for us to confirm that there are no areas that are destroyed in this town, they have not found any to this point. However, as I just mentioned, they're having trouble getting to some of those areas right now due to the fact that some of the roads are washed out. And we can show you just even right here, this ponding area, and I had gone over there to talk to the fire department, but the water, of course, as we've just been saying, rising very quickly. And again, in that area right over there, we passed probably 10 emergency responders and 1 ambulance, and then they were having to back out of this road. As you're seeing now, the firefighters had told me they were going to attempt to go to a different area to try to get around from a different area and check those. This is the West Siloam Springs Fire Department that we're seeing here now, helping out with the emergency response and doing some checking. But now we're seeing multiple cars coming out of that road where they have closed things off, including the Sheriff's Department and multiple fire departments that are here. So we are going to stay here and continue to follow emergency vehicles around the other way to see what kind of damage we can find. But we wanted to let you know that right now we are not seeing any of that widespread damage that we had anticipated that we may be seeing here. What it sounds like right now from what we are finding out from emergency responders is that more of the damage is what we've been showing you in those pictures from Pegs and that area. But again, we're going to stay here right now. Another storm system that they were warning us is approaching now, and we had seen some flashes of lightning in the distance. So we're going to stay safe. We're going to stay in touch with emergency responders, and we'll let you know what we find out, of course, right here on the air and also online on fox23.com. Reporting live in Leech, covering news that matters. I'm Tiffany Alaniz, Fox 23 News.
All right, Tiffany, a slow assessment of damage, possible damage in that area tonight.
Right, and they have to be so careful, as Tiffany mentioned, with another line of storms coming through, and it's just the rain has been relentless all night. Let's check back in one more time with Chief Meteorologist James Adelot so you know what to expect over these next few hours before you have to get right back up for work and school. James.
Yeah, you can see things still wet in Tulsa as we watch the heaviest rain continue to move to the east. No severe thunderstorm or tornado warnings are in effect right now. We do have a tornado watch that is in effect because conditions still unstable and the atmospheric wind conditions still favorable for rotating thunderstorms, especially little spin-up tornadoes like we've seen several of those too. So one band of heavy rain all the way from the airport up 169 through Owasso, Collinsville, and Oologah. Another band of heavier rain just getting ready to move back across the city of Tulsa. This is going to add perhaps another ½ inch of rain our way. On the wider view, we've got that rain and thunder that's moving right toward Leech, where Tiffany is right now. Not severe, but some thunder and lightning with this. Then we get a little bit of a break all the way back to I-35. And by a little bit of a break, it's not going to stop raining. We'll just keep with light to moderate rain. That's not going to fall faster than drainage systems are helping to lower the water in spots. So that's not going to create additional issues. What may create additional issues, we've got this next line of thunderstorms from just west of El Reno all the way down to west of Wichita Falls. That too is sweeping our way. The tornado watch is in effect, kind of drawn this line on here until 5 o'clock west of the line, until 8 o'clock in the morning east of the line. And you can see by looking at our radar forecast as we head overnight tonight, here comes that next line of thunderstorms, 4 to 5 o'clock in the morning. as that moves across I-35 right into the metro area again between 6:30 and 7:30. So it's going to be a very wet drive to work and school tomorrow. But the good news is by noon, a lot of this sweeps to the east and Oklahoma finally starts to dry out. So that's just a little bit of good news coming our way as we continue to watch those thunderstorms move across eastern Oklahoma. The big issue tonight, just people need to stay put if you're in a dry spot, because driving around at night with so many flooded roads, just kind of asking for trouble in a way.
Yeah,
Start
absolutely.
to dry out. Boy, it has never sounded so good.
Yeah, 6+ inches of rain in some spots. We'll end up finding more, I'm sure.
Well, I remember seeing you on the air on Fox 23 News at noon. It's now 13 hours later, and so you guys have done a great job tracking these storms, letting us know what we need to be aware of and to help everyone stay safe with all the warnings issued tonight.
Yeah, thankfully, winding down on the high-end severe weather threat. Still not finished tonight. We'll still be here to watch that for you overnight tonight in case their little spin-ups could get going.
Okay.
Thank you so much for staying up with us tonight. As our crews are out there getting this information, they'll continue to collect information in the hours to come and have an update for you on the morning news, which starts
in less
less
than
than
3
3
hours.
hours.
But you'll cut in if there's another threat.
Right.
Have a good night or good morning.
Good night.